Hi, it's Mona. Today I'm going to make a quilt out of this book. It's Just One Charm Pack by Cheryl Brickley. Right now I'm going to make half square triangles. So I'm just putting my white on top of my dark. Take a ruler and a pencil and just draw your line down, and then I'm going to sew 1/4 inch on either side of this line. And I'm just going to chain piece those. I'm using cotton or fill thread. I'm just using up leftover stuff. Okay, now I'm just going to turn it around and go down the other side. Don't even have to turn it around. I'm just going to bring it all back to where I started. Not going to clip them apart. I'm just going to put it underneath here and go down the down this side. I almost went down the wrong side. Alright, those are all chain pieced. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut and cut. Cut and stack. Okay, I'll cut them all apart, and then I'm just going to take this ruler and go right down the middle of both stitches and cut. So then I have two. Then I'll have to trim them all. Alright, I cut all my half square triangles apart. Now I'm going to trim them. I'm going to trim them to the size that the pattern calls for. And I have these slotted trimmers. I'm going to use those. And I'm just going to lay it down. And I'm going to line up the stitch line on the dotted line on here, and then I'm just going to go trim the excess off. Got the excess off. Now I'm just going to trim the dog ears in these little slotted spots. And I got to sit down because I can't see. So there you have it. And then when you open it up, it'll be square. Just have to iron it. All your dog ears are off. So I'll set that aside and do the whole pile. I'll do one more. Line it up on the stitched length. Line up your stitches. And trim. But I gotta get something on here. I gotta get some sticky stuff on the bottom. Trim down that side. Then do your dog ears on both sides. Just be careful you don't cut yourself. There it is, and it's done. Okay. I sewed 2 strips together. Now I'm going to sew them and make 4 patches. And then square them up according to the pattern's instructions. These are supposed to be one color in white, black and white, I think, but I'm doing it this way to see if it looks good. If not, I will move these over to the other quilt and go from there. So I'm just nesting the seams together like you would any other block. You can pin at that point if you want. I just hold it with my hand. And no, I don't use a leader. Okay, I've chain pieced all of these. Now I'm just going to cut them apart, open them up, and iron them. And this is just from a jelly roll. I just sewed 2 strips together, then cut them according to the pattern, and then made 4 patches. So I'm just ironing it, and then just open it up. And press. I gotta get all these threads off of here. And then just press it open. I have to do that to all of them. Okay, I have all the 4 patches done. I still have to trim them, but now for this one, I'm taking the halves. These are already squared. I'm just gonna lay it on my ironing board, iron it, and open it. And I have to do that to all of these. Okay, we're just going to stitch along here and stitch along here. Okay, now we're just going to stitch along here, line up, nest these seams. And there's your block. Okay, for the rest of these blocks, I'm going to chain piece them all. I have them all laid out the way they're going to be, but I'm just going to take one of these, turn it over, one of these, turn it over, take it to the machine, and piece those together. And just keep working my way down the pile. Now I will just keep repeating that until all the piles are done. Okay, I'm just taking these off the chain piecing, cutting them, and ironing them open. I'm laying them out just the way the block will go. So I'm going to put all the bottoms here that match and all the tops here. And then I will just sew them across here all the way down the piles. Okay, I have all my blocks done and ironed, and I have them going across here. And I'm just going to start on this top row and just sew these together. So I'm going to take this one, sew it with this one, and then come back and get this one. You can take them all to your table. You can take them all to your table and do them right in a row, but I'm just going to do it this way. I have Warfill thread in. My pins over here because I am going to pin these seams just at the seam. I usually don't pin, but I am because I want this to match up. I'm going to be giving this away. Let's look over here. Open this up and give it a good finger press and go on to the next one, which is closed. I don't even have to get up. So it'll be this one. So you're just making sure your blocks are your four patches up and down. That's the way I figured it out from the book. You could chain piece the first two all the way down and then grab the third and do it that way. But since this is my first time doing this, I'm going to just do it this way. But you can do it however you want. Excuse me, I got the hiccups already. My chair is so annoying, but it's falling apart. I haven't had time to fix it again. I will. I got extra time this weekend at home with the kiddos, so they'll be playing games, and I'll be fixing stuff. I know a lot of people don't backstitch, but I do. Can't break the habit, so I've decided to quit trying. I'm just going to put it back up here. And I'm going to go over here and take these next two and work on the next row. All right, and there's that one. Okay, I have all the rows done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So now I'm just going to take the top row and the next one, and I'm going to sew this together. Just going to sew this at 1/4 of an inch. And I have a 1/4 inch foot on, so I'm just following along the presser foot for the seam allowance. Gonna open that up and finger press. Okay, I have finished the quilt top. I believe that's the bottom. Yeah, this is the, no, this is the bottom. This is the top. I don't think it really matters. But there it is. It looks like I messed up something in here. And then I'll be back. Row again. I had a little bit of a hiccup and sewed something on the side, I believe. But it's all finished now. And it's correct. So now I just got to give it a good press later and then get it quilted. My bow tie quilt. Oh, thanks for watching.